I don't know his life anymore. I am no longer a part of it. He made that perfectly clear when he decided to, for lack of better words, sleep with my sister.
On afternoon, the woman accused of killing her ex-boyfriend while he was delivering mail will spend the rest of her life in prison. Devon Schreiner's lawyers admitted she killed her ex in Longmont, but they said she was coerced.
The jury did not buy that defense, though, and they found her guilty of murder this afternoon. 9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Jablow has been following the case.
Welcome back. On today's menu, we have Devon Schriener, the devious, deadly postal worker that sent her boyfriend on the Pony Express to meet his maker. Jason Scahefer. You see, Devon and Jason fell in love with the support of family and friends, including Devon's 13-year-old sister. But when she found out her sister, now 18, and Jason were having an affair and planned on getting custody of their 5-year-old son, Devon planned on sending them both Priority Express somewhere no one would ever find them. With the help of her boyfriend, correctional officer AJ Ritchie, she almost got away, except she forgot that pesky mail scanner would track her every move. She also didn't anticipate her vehicle being picked up on several ring cameras in the area that day. You see, Devon was the #1 suspect. The local police, FBI agents, even Postal police were onto her. After being followed by police for several days, it was time for Devon to come in for questioning.
With me. I need him to be here with me. I haven't seen him and I don't know what's happened. He was taken from his school without my knowledge or consent. And I don't know what's happened to his father. So I need to, where is he? He needs to be here.
Can I have the detective talk to you first and he'll explain what's going on?
I don't know why he wasn't here when I got here, but I need my son. I am worried about my son. He is 5 years old. And I don't think any of you have told him anything that's happened. I don't even know what's happened.
Okay, he's here right now, so we'll figure it out. All right,
okay. All right. Thank you.
Whoa.
Mind if I shut the door for privacy?
I don't really care. I want my son. Where is my son?
I'll tell you everything. How about that? You're Devon?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes.
I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. We gotta kind of step back here a little bit. I gotta tell you some bad news. Your ex-boyfriend, is it? Ex-husband?
I just call him my son's dad.
Son's dead.
We were never married, but
he died today.
What? How? What happened?
Someone shot him in the face.
In the face? Where?
On his postal route.
He was working today? He doesn't...
Yep. Yeah, he was working, and someone came up and shot him.
When did this happen?
12:32 today.
It is 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So it's kind of a long story. You know, in 2021 in July, they changed all the laws saying we have to record everything in police work. If we don't, then we get punished and everything. And I got a lot to tell you, a lot to share with you. I want to tell you that your son's safe right now. But I want to read you your rights just so you know about it. Let you know that we're recording this because we have to. We have to record everything. And you got to rule out the butler. You got to rule out the ex. You got to rule out the bookie who owes a lot of money to, and start working it. It could just be a random shooting, but we gotta do our due diligence and figure it out. And our cases are reviewed by the DA's office, and they want us to do it right. People have a lot of pressure on us, making sure that we do the right thing. And so I don't want to do anything because the case is so serious. I don't want to do anything to violate your rights, anything like that. So everyone that
My rights and my son's rights were violated when you took him from school and did not contact me.
And will you sign this for me? Give me your John Hancock. Where are you working now?
I work at the post office in Mulland.
Okay, how do you like that?
It's fine.
So I want to talk to you about this case.
I need to see my son.
We need to figure out what's going on and how your husband, how your baby's father died. So we're not going to let the son go just yet.
Wait, he doesn't need to go, but if he can can I at least see him first?
Right now, no.
Why?
Right now, no. Because we got to figure out if the butler killed your the baby daddy's son, or if you killed the baby daddy's son, or if the bookie killed him, or if it's a random person killed him. I don't know who killed him, and I don't want to turn over the ex to the baby until I know that everything's...
Devon is totally stunned. She didn't expect detectives to consider death threats, cheating, or a bitter custody battle as a motive for the fatal Postal ambush that day. As AJ watched, Devon actually walked up to Jason in broad daylight, looked him in his eyes, and shot him 5 times. This was personal. She wanted him to know it was her.
That's going to put the kid in harm's way. So that's just standard police 101 business.
But nobody called me.
Yeah.
When did you pick him up from school?
You said you're at work today, but your scanner goes off before the homicide and turns back on well after the homicide. And they track your scanner that's used at work to your boyfriend's house, AJ. So that's really kind of concerning. And we caught the shooting on one of the Nest doorbell cameras from across the street. So I'm really kind of concerned. I know that you got served just the other day with the child custody order, and you're a little upset about that. You told AJ, you told Devon in the past that AJ knows where you live, and that he'll shoot you if he needs to.
I've told who?
You told that to Devon, and Devon told that to
One.
else, your
Devon,
sister.
but
Yeah. Well, he heard,
confused.
Jason heard that from you, and then Jason told Rose that, and Rose told us that. And that's happened about a year ago.
That
AJ knows where you live, Jason, and AJ will shoot you, Jason. You said that.
I said that? I've never said that.
So why is your car in the crime scene area? Why are you in that area in your car? And why are you turning off your scanner?
I didn't turn off my scanner.
You did.
No, I did not.
Postal inspectors are here.
Turn off my scanner.
You didn't go with the scanner. The scanner's at your boyfriend's house, or somewhere in that area, in front of it, or in a bush somewhere in that area. It wasn't with you. Okay, they have a breadcrumb trail on GPS on your scanner. Yes. And the postal inspectors were here, and they said, before the homicide, you're not doing anything with the scanner. It's stationary for like 3 hours or more. And it should be mobile because you're working, but it's at your boyfriend's house. And why is your car in the crime scene area?
I don't...
We've got video of your car in the crime scene area.
I don't know why it would be on camera that my car was down there, but I don't...
Listen.
If I don't scan...
Packages,
then obviously I'm not doing that, but I did stop, and I did stop at his house for my lunch break, sort of.
Devon, I think you're a good person, but something's not right here. I think the gig is out. There's something weird going on here. Everything is pointing to you being involved in this shooting. People don't go around just shooting most of the people.
I mean, I work for the post office, and I have before, and I have been...
Supposedly you're on video 2 weeks ago breaking into the Longmont post office. That's a separate
didn't
issue.
Break in. I work for the post office. I'm
Not
allowed to
that branch.
go in.
But who cares about that? That's just a stupid burglary.
Burglary?
Yeah. Let's talk about the homicide. Why are you... What's your involvement in this? Because I think there's a lot more than you're telling us. The video of the shooter looks kind of like you. It's from a distance, but it looks like your height and your build. It doesn't look like AJ's height and build. Doesn't look like Castaneda's height build. Looks like your build with a black hoodie. Now, we're going to search your house. We're going to search your car. We're going to seize your car. We're going to do a gunshot residue test on you.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're not going to leave any stone unturned, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. And this is your out to tell me what type of involvement you have, because it's very concerning. Your car being there, you turn your scanner, not bringing your scanner, and GPS not moving during the homicide. You're getting served just the other day with custody papers.
I got an email about it saying that they were going to file something.
Like the 11th. You had served with some sort of court notice of change in custody, something.
Well, I just got an email saying that we were going to have to go to court for it.
Okay. So what's going on here? Are you behind this homicide? Is AJ behind the homicide? We got two different cars, it looks like.
Two different cars?
Yeah, it looks like there's a car leaving the scene of the crime. Maybe it's just a witness who saw the shooting and is getting out of there. Maybe it's the shooter. Well, we saw your car in there moments before the shooting. And there can't be that many Nissan Rogues that are 2017 that are missing the front passenger. The gig is up, okay?
I read on the way here about what happened, and they said that a man shot him.
That's what we originally thought. Yeah. Now we're thinking it could be you. We think it could be maybe your boyfriend. Thank you. That's not the question. That's not the right answer. We're trying to put together. We're trying to get all this evidence together. We're trying to put the pieces together, and I don't think you're being truthful with me. And I want to know why your car's there, why you're not using the scanner, why the scanner was left there. It looks like you're involved in this. So tell me why you're not involved in this. The whole thing about staying at your boyfriend's house for 3 hours doesn't seem very credible to me. So I'm asking you, did you have AJ do something? Do you think AJ was involved in something like this? Do you think
No.
Castaneda? Or if not, maybe it looks like it's you.
Castaneda, I don't...
The other boyfriend? Castaneda?
Well, I know who that is. I just don't understand how he's...
I don't know. One of your boyfriends. One of your associates. Someone killed your ex. And we want to find out who it is. It seems like you're involved. Your car is there. You left your scanner with GPS back at AJ's house. Your ex, who you've said AJ would kill, is now dead.
I've never said that.
Well, I don't care. I wasn't there. I'm not. That's what Rosa said, but I don't care. I didn't hear that. That's what Rosa's saying. It could have just been a off the cuff remark. But we're going to do a gunshot
It
test.
could be her being like, hey...
We're going to do a gunshot residue test on
What
you.
do you mean A?
No, we're going to do a gunshot residue test on you to see if you have any... when you fire a gun, all this gunshot powder comes out and it covers your face, your hair, your clothes, your hands. Have you been around any guns lately? Have you been shooting anything lately?
No.
So we do a gunshot residue test that's going to come back negative.
It better.
Listen,
I feel like...
I'm trying to figure out if you did this or if someone else did this. And my bet is you have someone else involved in this, maybe a friend. And so I'm trying to figure out if you talk to me about this. I don't think this is a coincidence that your ex got shot in the face today. It looked like a hit. Looks like someone pulled up, ran out, shot him, ran back to the car, sped off. Fired 5 times. He died right there. So I'm going to take this seriously, and I want to exonerate you to have nothing to do with this. I don't want to arrest you if you didn't do this. Does that make sense? I don't want to arrest anyone that didn't do a crime. But your car is there. Your car is there. You turn your scanner off. Your GPS... Well, you didn't turn it off. We're not going to mince words. You left your scanner at your boyfriend's house. You said you were at work all day. You're not at work.
I am at work. I'm on my route. I just...
For like 3 hours, you left your scanner there?
I stopped. I left it in the truck while I went into the house.
And then your car is in the crime scene. That's a lot for a jury to try to swallow. So We saw the car in the area, but there's also another car. So that's why I'm thinking maybe someone else is involved. Maybe things went a little too far and you thought maybe your boyfriend was going to rough him up, and then, oh crap, your boyfriend shot someone. And I don't want to look at you for this. You know, there are exes out there, men, women, that say, you know, this guy's doing me dirty, go send him a message. You're not going to go fight your ex. You're not going to go punch him. You know, that'd be too easy. Send someone else there to rough him up. And you sent him in to rough him up, and holy crap, he shot him. And maybe that's not what you were expecting. Maybe you just want him roughed up a little bit. Or he said, I'm going to go rough him up. You're like, no, don't rough him up. But let's go over there, I'm going to rough him up. Maybe you just want to keep him calm a little bit. And then instead of roughing him up, he kills him. So I'm trying to find out. I think you're definitely involved in this. But maybe you're down here where you're just trying to prevent something. Okay? Maybe you don't want this hothead, whoever it is, to go beat him up. Maybe
He's
no one.
not a hothead.
Well, I don't know who he is, but whoever's there, maybe they went too far and you didn't know it. So that's why I'm trying to give you some type of plausible deniability. This happens all the time. I can tell you some stories about it if you want to, but my favorite story about this is a basketball player. A basketball player is playing basketball and he sees some fan heckling him, right? And the fan is saying, oh, you suck. Well, the guy goes up there and beats up the fan, right? Terrible. He's in the paper. He's getting crucified in the paper. He's an elite athlete making millions of dollars a year. They have security to go out and take care of these guys. Next week, saying another guy, I think it's Andre Davis, he goes up in the stands and beats someone up. Is that the same thing? I mean, on the surface level it is. But if you don't do your job as a detective, you might not realize that this guy, Andre Davis, someone was messing with his wife, like harassing his wife, smacking his wife around. He ran up to the stands to do his husbandly duty to protect his wife. So that's why he did it. The other guy, he's down here. He just goes up there because he's a punk and beats up a fan. Andre Davis goes up there, does the same thing, but he does it to protect his wife. So two same things, and if we don't get to the bottom of this and find out what's really going on, you know, where are you on the spectrum? Are you this thug that goes into the stands and beats someone up? Or are you this other person who's just trying to calm things down, get things under control? That's what I want to know. That's a mitigating circumstance. If things got out of control, I want to know it. And this is your chance to tell me. Because something happened, and you're involved somehow, to some degree. And I want to know it. If your boyfriend or your friend or some guy you hired maybe to beat him up, things went too far, this is the time to come forward and come clean and let me know.
Did I hire?
I don't know who this guy is just yet, but we're going to find out. You know, we're searching your car, we're going to search your phone, we're going to do this gunshot residue test, maybe everything will come back clean, and that's great. That's great, because I don't want to arrest the wrong person. But if there's someone else involved in this, we're going to find out. And if that other person says you're involved in this, it looks bad on you. So this is your chance to tell me someone went way too far, and I didn't want him to shoot him. I thought he was going to talk to him. I thought he was going to say, hey, knock this shit off. I thought he was going to try to reason with him. I thought he was going to say, hey, this has gone too far. Let's get this under control. And I was going to let him try it, but he shows up there all of a sudden, he's shooting him. There wasn't two people there. There was just one shooter. And so I'm thinking, I got to do my job as a detective. And if you didn't do this, I need to get you off the hook for it. I need to say she wasn't involved, she came clean, she panicked. She didn't call the police right away because she was scared. You know, your ex just got shot in the face. And you don't want to turn this guy in because you're thinking you're scared. I understand that. I mean, I've been a detective for 28 years. These things happen, but now we got to take a deep breath. Now we got to say, there's more to the story than you think, Steve. You need to say, Steve, I'm not a bad person. Steve, I can't tell you what happened, but it got too far. And you got to get this off your chest. Because I believe you have some knowledge of this. I believe your car is in the area. The whole thing with the scanner. All of these things are starting to add up. You know, we're going to search your phone. We're going to get clothing and test that. We're going to test your hands. Something happened, and you didn't cover your tracks if you're involved in this, and we're going to find out about it. So now is a good time before we find out about it. We will find this person. We've got like 65 cops working on it, 65 detectives. We've got the whole Postal investigation team here. We're going to find out about it. Now's your chance. If you didn't have anything to do with this, to come clean. Say, Steve, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know if you'll even believe me, but I want you to try. I want you to try to trust me, to believe me, that if you didn't have anything to do with this and something got out of hand, I want to help you. Because the gig is up.
You're not really in the business of trusting people.
So I'm not saying I trust you or I trust this guy. I'm asking you to trust me. Because if you didn't do this and things got out of control and you panicked and you didn't think this guy was going to kill him, you thought maybe he's going to rough him up, that's understandable. So that's why I want you to trust me if something like that happened.
I understand why I would be a suspect because of who I am related to him.
And your car.
But I don't. There was things in the past that have happened with him and I that I could have gone to court, or I could have tried to call the police. I mean, I have, and it didn't help. But there's other things that I could have done. Why would I shoot him?
I don't know why people ever shoot people. And I'm not saying you shot him. Maybe someone else shot him. Maybe people just lost their temper. Someone shot him. We know that. Someone shot him 5 times in the face. That's kind of a lot of hatred. They didn't steal anything from him. They didn't have any issue with him. There wasn't a traffic road rage case. Someone shot him because they were really upset with him. They shot him in cold blood. They shot him 5 times and let him bleed to death there. That's someone who knows this guy. And you know him very well. And you know the people who know him very well.
I don't know the people that know him.
You know AJ, you know Castaneda.
They don't know him.
Your car was there. Okay? Your car was there. So tell me someone borrowed your car.
I was at work on my route, which is not super close to the post office.
Why is your car in Longmont when your scanner is
I don't know. I am on my route working.
Do you work in a mail truck or your personal car?
No, I work in a mail truck.
Okay. So why is your car down here killing your ex?
I don't know. But it
you
sounds
understand why that's so concerning to me.
Yes, I do understand that.
Borrow your car, help me out here.
I don't know, but it seems like with all of these things that you're going to be doing that I need to have a lawyer or ask for a lawyer, or I don't know.
Yeah, you can have a lawyer.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say about that.
I'm going to honor that.
But
I'm going to honor that. I'm going to take your phone. I'm going to apply for a search warrant to search it. I'm going to have a female come in here and help you get changed out in privacy off camera, so we preserve your rights. I'm not going to ask you any more questions about this homicide. And so let's get that going, okay? I'm going to treat you with respect, and let me get that going, okay?
So Rosa's here, and is that it? Is she going through the same thing?
We've interviewed her. I don't know who's interviewing her, how they're acting her, what they've asked her, but her car is not in the scene. I really don't. You said you don't want to talk to me and you want a lawyer, and I don't want to try to trick you and say, well, keep talking to me, keep asking me questions, and we're going to abuse your rights. If you want a lawyer, stop, and that's fine, but I don't want to violate your rights. I take your rights very seriously.
That's fine. I don't. That's fine.
Yeah. Let me get the Detective Jones in here.
Sure.
And she's not listening. Is Cassidy there?
Yep.
Oh.
Again, I just met you, and I just got on this, but you don't seem like a cold-blooded killer that's out been planning something for years, and that this was your perfect opportunity To me, based on what I've heard and from talking to you, this is something where something just snapped. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something out here. Just hold on. Where you were thinking about doing something like this for a long period of time. You weren't planning. I mean, it happened in the middle of the day. This isn't something that happened late at night. This is something that happened in the middle of the day. So you know what almost every house has these days? They have cameras. They have Ring cameras.
Right.
So we had your car over there. You already told me you're the only person that drives that vehicle.
I also told you I was at work, and nobody seems to believe that either. So.
No, we understand that you were at work for part of the time. I believe that.
I didn't say that either.
Say what?
I didn't say part of the time. I said I was at work all of the time.
Okay. Well, we understand that you work today. Okay. I don't want to get into the mix with you. But what I am trying to ask you is this: your vehicle was over there where this happened at the time that it happened. We have witnesses and we have surveillance footage.
Right, and
we always.
I said to the detective, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, you don't have an answer. You have like zero answer. How do you think something like that could happen?
I don't know, and that is where I asked the detective to speak to a lawyer.
Do you think somebody stole your car?
Again, I'm going to ask to speak to a lawyer if we're going to continue with this questioning. I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. So, let me make sure I'm clear with you. If we don't talk about the car, you're fine to continue to help me with Jason. But you don't want to talk about the car.
I don't want to talk about something that you are saying is incriminating me.
Okay.
When I did not do this.
I'm just saying that the vehicle was there.
And I just said I don't have a response for it. I don't have an answer. I don't know how to tell you that the car was there while I was at work in Loveland.
Okay. Well, if you're fine with it, can I show you a picture of the car that was there? Would you be comfortable with me doing that?
You can show me whatever you'd like. Like I said, I am asking for a lawyer to speak to for any further questioning.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to me anymore to help us with this at all anymore?
I have helped.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we're clear. You don't want to talk to me anymore about this? You're seeking an invocation of your right to an attorney, which is fine. I just want to make sure we're absolutely clear, because before you weren't. I want to make sure, because it seemed like you were helping me, and we were working on it, and I'm trying to figure out, like, did somebody take your car or anything like that? So I don't want to.
Nothing to hide about my day because I was at work.
Okay.
So that's why I said I'm willing to give you the information that you are going to be having anyway when you contact whoever you contact at my job.
Okay.
The information you're going to be getting.
Okay.
There is nothing being hidden. There's nothing else.
Okay. So if we don't talk about your car, do you want to continue this conversation, or are you done with the conversation?
There really isn't else to say. I've said my day. I've said what I needed to say. I don't see what other questions you would have.
Well, I'd like to know, who do you think would have done this to Jason?
I don't know who would have done this to Jason. I don't know his life anymore. I am no longer a part of it. He made that perfectly clear when he decided to, for a lack of better words, sleep with my sister.
Okay. So I didn't know that. Okay. Can I talk to you about that, or do you want an attorney?
There's nothing to hide with that either, so I will answer questions about that.
Okay. You're okay answering questions about your sister?
Yes.
Are they dating?
They are.
Or they're sleeping together?
They're definitely sleeping together in front of my son, which is how I found out. I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay. How old's your sister? Is she of age?
19. She
Really?
just turned 19.
Okay. How old are you?
26.
So this is your younger sister?
Yes, this is my baby sister.
How many sisters do you have?
There's 4 of us total.
4 of you total? Okay. So Jason was actually, how do you know he was? Because your son said it? Or?
My son did say it, yes. And then when he just moved into a new apartment last month, I think, and he told me that she was going to be moving in with him. She had already been living there, but...
Okay. At the apartment complex? but not with him?
No, with him.
Okay.
She had been living with me at the beginning of this year until the end of June.
Okay.
And then I found out that she not only slept with my ex-boyfriend, but also with my son's dad.
Okay.
And I kicked her out, and I told her she was no longer allowed to live in my house if she was going to be that kind of person.
Okay. So not only did she sleep with Jason, but she slept with another ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay. Who was the other ex-boyfriend? Somebody you're still dating?
No.
Okay.
We have talked since that incident, but we have not dated.
Okay.
We will not date.
Okay. Was that a long time ago?
That we dated?
Yeah.
It was during like quarantine and stuff like that.
Sorry about that. Okay. You dated this other guy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you need to use the restroom? And then
I mean, I do. I am also very concerned about my son. It is getting late, and I don't know where he is.
why don't you use the restroom? I'll find out where he's at. Ease your mind.
Justice served. After an exhaustive investigation, both
Means. But I do want to say that, we have access to labs from the state, from CDI, from the state. We have local labs here, and we also have federal labs. So we have our own lab back in DC too, okay? So one of the things they have to do to clear anybody is look at the forensics. And some of the things they're going to look at are the things we talked about, okay? They're going to look at your clothing. They're going to look at your shoes. And they're going to see if there's these droplets. They're going to see if there's any gunshot residue. And when they do find those, we want to have an explanation for those. You see what I'm saying? Like,
What is it you're saying that they're going?
No, I asked you. No, I asked you if they were going to,
and I answered.
and you said no. So, and I appreciate that, because that's one of the tough questions I have to ask people, especially since this was is the father of your child. Okay. One of the other things that we look at when we're doing forensics and that type of thing is we take a look at cell phone information. Where were you? Cell phones right now they're like little GPS beacons. I don't know if you know that. Have you ever seen that on TV?
I mean, you use GPS on the phone all the time.
Yeah. So it's like the same thing. So you seem like a smart person. So you know how GPS records work too, right? So one of the things we're going to do as part of this is we're going to have to pull phone records, okay? So we're going to take a look at it and we're going to say, okay, this is where you told me you were, and this is where your phone was. Because you had your phone all day, like you told me, because you were talking on it. You didn't lend your phone to anybody, I'm assuming. No? Okay. You had your phone all day. Mm-hmm. So we can really just go to the cell phone company with a court order. We have to get a warrant and say, where was her cell phone, every second of that day? And on this type of thing, we go to those extra links. So
The woman accused of killing her ex-boyfriend while he was delivering mail will spend the rest of her life in prison.